Hi, welcome back to Just Stop Breathing. So before I continue with today's video topic, just something that came up in the comments on the last video, which was that the character I used in the game as a background was very static and didn't move. That's true, but the reason I do that is because I don't see that if I'm moving around all over the place it's going to benefit the video. It's not about the game I'm playing or what's happening on screen, so I don't think that would be beneficial. And then I could run around or walk around, but then that's going to be distracting from the serious topics I'm talking about. And if I was walking around and not saying anything about why I'm walking around, that's going to be kind of weird. And if I suddenly make comments about what I'm doing when I'm walking around, that's going to again distract from the topic. So it is what it is. Anyway, today a very serious topic, which is about catfishing online. It's obviously a thing we all know about. It happens all the time. It happens in different levels. It happens to people just on dating apps where they get someone, men and women do it equally, where they get people that say they're this age or that they look like this or they work there and they're single or they're not, and they lie about it. That's not unusual. People exaggerating on dating sites. I'm not suggesting it's right, but it's not unusual. But then you get these really awful people, and I mean really awful people. I'm not even sure if they're people. That it's not a good description of them. That catfish children. They're basically pedos online, and they catfish children, not even to scam people, to get sexual things from them and pictures and make them do disgusting things. And a guy in Northern Ireland called Alexander McCartney has been sentenced to, I think, 20 years roughly. That doesn't seem like enough, actually, so I'm assuming that maybe he won't get out after that. I don't know. If he does get out, I'd imagine someone will come after him, because obviously now his name's public. But anyway, he abused, it's reckoned, about 3,500 children all over the world by going online, making fake profiles. He obviously got some young children to talk to him, saying he was a young child, and then out of that he got their pictures and used them to catfish other children, which is shocking. It's shocking anyway, and it's shocking with the scale of what he did, like 3,500. And he's down as one of the world's most prolific online abusers, and I think all the children he was abusing were between about 10 and 16 years old, and they were from, I think, about 30 different countries. And that alone is disgusting and terrible, and I think 20 years isn't enough for that. I think life in prison is not really enough for that, but anyway. Obviously all those children who were affected are going to be traumatised and have issues. I don't know if every single child has been contacted or their parents and told what happened. I don't know. But either way they're going to be affected by that forever, because they're young, and we're affected even when we're adults. So when you're young, treated like that or abused, it's worse. But it's even worse because out of that there was a 12-year-old girl who in the United States, and he was catfishing her. He tried to get her, well, he did get her to send him pictures, and then he wanted her to get pictures of her with her younger sister, and she refused, bless her, and he gave her a time limit. If you don't do it by the time I tell you, I'm going to release all the pictures I've already got of you and tell everyone what you did. And she shot herself with a gun that her family had legally, so I don't know how she got hold of the gun. That's not really the issue here, but she shot herself, and that's awful. And I think a month later, because they didn't really know why she shot herself, her father shot himself, which is worse. Not worse, but it's just one more part. I mean, imagine the pain that girl went through, and the pain that she had to endure, not just from shooting herself, but from the abuse and the stress of what to do. And no one should be in that position, let alone a 12-year-old girl. And then the father didn't know what happened. He may have blamed himself, thought there was something wrong with the family. He shot himself, and then imagine the pain left for the remaining parts of the family and friends. So it's absolutely shocking. And I'm sure that out of that, and I'm sure they don't know out of 3,500, there's other children who harmed themselves, or who became suicidal, or who went on dangerous life paths afterwards, and maybe parents too, once they found out what was happening. So it just shows you we have to be so vigilant with what we do online, what we let children do online. I mean, whether we let children go online as well, which is another argument. And it just shows you that how easy it is for evil people to con young people online. And it is easy, you know, it's so easy, you know, anyone listening to this, I could go on Facebook or Instagram and make an account using pictures I've taken from anywhere on the line and say I'm a 12-year-old or a 15-year-old girl, boy, whatever, and it would be very easy. And unfortunately, young people are much more keen to have followers and make connections than adults as well. So it's easy to get on their social media, and once you're on one person's social media, everyone else will think you're their friend and they'll add you too. So it's incredibly dangerous. It spreads like wildfire. Once you get hold of one child, it's very easy to pretend you're friends with children and then you on other people's. And it's obviously disgusting that there's people like this, but unfortunately there's always going to be disgusting people that want to abuse children, abuse people, lie, but it's just a lesson to be extra vigilant. And like I said, I think 20 years for really causing 2 deaths directly and countless more misery and long-term damage to people, I think that's nowhere near enough. I mean, I'm assuming the law, and I'm sure the law doesn't give you more than the option to give someone 20 years for that kind of crime, but they should. Anyway, thanks for listening to Just Stop Breathing from my static pose. Till next time.